On first down, Streets. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll swing this out to Tony. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back to Taylor on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Check back. Check. Lucky. Switch.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down now, Streets. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, Streets. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Look to throw here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And to give this time to the tailback. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And he'll rifle one complete to Streets. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Next to score, Eagles 17, Bears nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on with it, man.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Fields on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Streets.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. One play action, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Let's get it. Check 26, check 26.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Fields. Steps away to his left. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Mike's by board. Mike's by board. Watch the pass. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time. It's our time.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Fields. Dancing to his left. Throw left side taken in by Streets. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Check, check. 43.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. On 1st down, it's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back after the sack. Oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushes him over. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Kadarius